Welcome, my dear students of Class 7. This is your tutor Atsinyo Sekose, and this tutoring is coming from the Directorate of School Education, Nagaland. I will be taking up your English subject. So today we have the topic, The Rebel by DJ Enright. You will find it on page 33. Page 33. So as you flip to the page, let's also take a look at the topic here, the rebel. The rebel here, you know, the word rebel sounds like a name, a person's name, don't you think? And it sounds like a name, but today we will find that it is not exactly a name, but it is an adjective, which is a describing word. I'm sure you are familiar with what is an adjective. So it is a describing word, and it must be describing a person or maybe a thing here. So that's what we will find out. But before we take a look into the poem here, we would first try to find out what these new words are and their meaning. So as I read it out, I hope you would also note it down in your text. So the first new word that we have, or maybe for that matter, some of you might be familiar with it, disturbance. So disturbance here in our poem here, it means noisy, okay? And then we have the word fantastic. Fantastic here in our poem, again, it means very fancy, bright colored clothes and so on. Then the third point, soberly. Soberly here in our context, again, it means dull. Then the fourth one, company, friends. Then 5, preference. Preference is something you like, all right? Or we can also say, I prefer tea to coffee, you know? That means something you like better. Then the 6th point, remarks. Remarks here means comments or say. Number 7, regrets. Regrets here means or referring to being sad or feeling disappointed. Then we have the 8th point, that is greeting. I'm sure every one of you is familiar with this, but in our context, in our poem here, it means welcome, all right? So those are some new words that we would be discovering, and perhaps even some more as we go into our text. Now, if you are ready with your textbook there, I will be reading out the poem first, and I want you to take a look into your text and follow this reading. So the poem here, titled The Rebel by DJ Enright. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. When everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel doesn't say a word. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. When everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. When everybody is greeting the rain, the rebel regrets the absence of sun. When everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. When everybody says, yes, please, the rebel says, no, thank you. When everybody says, no, thank you, the rebel says, yes, please. It is very good that we have rebels. You may not find it very good to be one. DJ Enright. So that's our poem there. And remember, we were thinking about what the word rebel here means. So after reading, I'm sure you are able to tell that here rebel means a person who is always doing the opposite thing. So you may want to write down opposite, all right? Now, how can we tell that it is describing a person here? If you can take a look at your first stanza, when we say stanza, stanzas are made up of lines. So as you can see, we have two lines each. So 2 lines makes up a stanza. So in our first stanza, second line, here it says, the rebel lets his hair grow long. So the word his, this is a pronoun as we know, and a pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. So we now know that it is describing a person who always goes and do the opposite thing. So that's what we have here. Now we would go through it stanza-wise. In our first stanza, when everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long, which means when everyone is having short hair, the rebel, what does he do? He keeps his hair long or refuses to cut his hair. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. See, he is doing all the opposite things that other people are doing. When everybody is now keeping very long hair, what does he do? He cuts his hair short. When everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel doesn't say a word. Maybe you are being reminded of some people here, you know, someone who always go and do the opposite thing. Let's take an example of a person, perhaps, let's say class 6, when you were in class 6, let's say your class teacher told all the boys to cut their hair short, because that is the rule in the school, but the boys refuses to cut their hair. Now they are rebelling, that means, right? And when we say rebel, it can be a person, it can also be a group of people here. So when everybody are discussing their lesson, all right, talks during the lesson or participating in the class, the rebel, what does he do? He goes and do the opposite thing. That is, the rebel doesn't say a word. He refused to participate, perhaps. So that's what he is doing here. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. Now, when nobody is talking, keeping very quiet, when the lesson is going on, what does the rebel do? He creates noise. He disturbed the class. So again, doing the opposite thing. So a rebel, I want you to write this down, is someone who always do the opposite thing. Do the opposite thing. Now, the fifth stanza, when everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. We all know what is a uniform. A uniform is, we can say uniform when everybody is wearing the same clothes, the same color. So I'm sure maybe some of you have the same uniform that is blue pants and blue skirts, white shirt and so on, right? But what does the rebel do? When everybody is wearing the same clothes here, the rebel goes and put on very fancy, bright colored, different clothes. So that is what he is doing here. Again, the opposite thing. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. But now, when everybody is wearing very fancy, bright colored clothes, let's say that your school is having a fancy clothes competition and everyone is coming in very bright, fancy clothes. But again, remember, the rebel is always doing the opposite thing. So on that special day, what does he do? He goes and put on very dull colored clothes here. So again, doing the opposite thing. In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. We know that company here means friends. So when he is among his friends' circle and when his friends say that, oh, I love dogs, all right, that means a person who loves dogs are called dog lovers. So when they say like that, the rebel would go and say, would say that, no, I like cats better. I prefer cats better. So again, saying the opposite thing. So now in the seventh stanza, what you can note down here is the rebel does not always do the opposite thing, but also say, S-A-Y, say the opposite thing. In the eighth stanza, in the company of cat lovers. Now, when the situation is different here, when other friends are saying that, oh yes, I love cat, and when they say that they are cat lovers, What does the rebel do? I'm sure now you are able to predict. He goes and says, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs, which means puts in a good word means praise dogs like anything. Remember, before he's saying that no, I prefer cats. But when his friends say that no, we love cat and that they are cat lovers, the rebel goes and praises the dogs like anything. So again, saying the opposite thing. In our next stanza, ninth stanza, when everybody is praising the sun, maybe they are saying that, oh, today is such a happy, sunny day, and everyone is happy, but what does the rebel do? The rebel remarks, the rebel says, on the need for rain. No, we need rain. The rebel would go and say, no, we needed rain. We don't need sunshine. See, again saying the opposite thing. The 10th stanza, when everybody is greeting the rain. Greeting here, we learned that it means welcome. When now everybody is welcoming the rain, oh, the much needed rain, it has finally arrived. When they are saying like that, the rebel again goes and say the opposite thing. He regrets. He's feeling so sad and disappointed that now there is no more sunshine. The rebel regrets the absence of sun. So he's always finding something to complain about. That's what we can understand from here. He always goes and do the opposite thing, say the opposite thing, and so on. In our 11th stanza, when everybody goes to the meeting, now everyone is going to a meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book, again doing the opposite thing here, not going with the crowd, in other words, all right? When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. See, doing all sorts of opposite things. Now, when everybody is staying at home and it is time to read a book, the rebel is going out for a meeting. When everybody says, yes, please, I'm sure now you know what the rebel would say. Again, the opposite. The opposite of yes is no. So he would go and say, no, thank you. So when everyone is agreeing to do something, maybe the teacher said that today let's clean our classroom. The rebel is saying, no, thank you. No, I won't clean our classroom today. You know, all sorts of opposite thing here. When everybody says, no, thank you, the rebel says, yes, please. In times when everybody is saying, no, thank you, he would go and say, yes, please. So always saying the opposite thing, doing the opposite thing, dressing up in a different way, that is a rebel. It is very good. Now, the last stanza is very important here. The poet, D.J. Enright, says, it is very good that we have rebels. You may not find it very good to be one. So he pointed out in a very clever way, saying that it is very good that we have rebels. Why good? Maybe because they bring out new ideas, because they are always different. They bring out new ideas, and also they make us realize that this is right and this is wrong, all right, able to differentiate between the right and wrong, or it also makes us realize that rules are meant to be followed, all right, but remember, when the rules are broken, when the rebel is always doing the opposite thing, that's why the poet says, you may not find it very good to be one. You may not always find it very good. You will always, in other words, you would always probably be getting into trouble for breaking the rules, for doing the opposite thing, for saying the opposite thing, and so on. So it is not always good to be a rebel. So that's our poem there. Now, so in a very brief manner, the poem The Rebel here means describing a person who always goes and do the opposite thing. Do the opposite thing as well as say the opposite thing, dressed up in a very different way, who hardly obeys the rules, we can also say, put it in that way. And remember, when we say rebel, a rebel is not only a single person, it can also be a group of people, you know, it can be one particular class, it can also be a society, a colony, all right? When everybody is saying, yes, this is right, they would go and say, no, that is not right. So always rebelling in that way. So that is what we have here. Now, let's quickly take a look at some of our exercises here. If you can look into your page 35, question number 2. Find in the poem an antonym. So antonym here means a word opposite in meaning. Remember, when I say yes, the opposite of yes is no. So that is the antonym. The antonym of yes is no. So here we have some exercises there. If you can take a look at question number 2, point number 4, the word sober. We are supposed to find the opposite word from our poem here. So if you can look into page 33 and look into stanza 6, you will find that that is what we have there. That is stanza 6, when everybody wears fantastic clothes, fantastic, the rebel dresses soberly. Soberly, that is the opposite. So now we have the opposite of sober here is fantastic. And now you can work it out, your exercises in that manner. Now let's take a look at question number 3 here. Find in the poem lines that match the following. Read both one after the other. So the first one we have here is, the rebel refuses to cut his hair. Now which line says the same thing? You would have to flip back the page into page 33, and in our first stanza there, I'll read it out very quickly. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. So here, the rebel refuses to cut his hair. We have the same thing as, the rebel lets his hair grow long. That line means the same thing, isn't it? So here, these similar lines, you can read it out in that manner. Find it out from your poem, read it out, and it means the same thing. And that will also help us to understand what is synonym, all right? Synonym are again the opposite of antonym. The opposite of antonym is synonym. So when we say synonym, words that means the same thing. It may be spelling difference there, but it means the same thing. So that is synonym. Now, the last question that we have, I want you to come back to page 34, question number 1-6. Would you like to be a rebel? If yes, why? If not, why not? Now, when you answer this question, remember, there is no right or wrong answer, okay? Now, what you can do is you can say, yes, I like to be a rebel. The question asked why, so you can say because, all right? Rebel stood out in a very different way, all right? But remember, our poet also said that you may not always find it very good to be one. So here, you can also point out, if you are saying, if you think that no, I do not like to be a rebel because, you put it in that way and say because we might land into trouble if we break rules, if we are always doing the opposite thing, we will never get things done, you know, all those kind of things that you can point it out in that manner. So that is what we have here for today. That is the lesson, the rebel, and I hope you would go and read it again, read the poem carefully, work out your exercises in that way, and I hope you would also enjoy it. Thank you all very much for joining me.